Good morning, good morning. Welcome. Happy Tuesday, everybody. For those of you who didn't get on yesterday, I hope that you had an amazing weekend. My name is Brandon Vitalingam, and I am your breakthrough partner, and this is Success Bites. I hope everybody's having a great week so far. Yesterday, I had the pleasure of being Carib 101, doing the breakthrough show. Was interviewing an amazing gentleman by the name of Randall Mitchell, who's the founder. He's actually an author, he's a speaker, he's a TV and a radio host, but he's also the founder of a company called Motivate Me Now Inc. He's such an inspirational guy, you know. It was very powerful just spending that time with him. If you didn't catch the show, by all means, just jump on. You can go to Carib 101 on Facebook, and you can actually see it there. If you go to my Facebook page, then have a look at it there. Check it out. Watch the interview. There's some great nuggets, great information, very inspirational. Good morning, Annie. How are you? Good to see you. So it was very inspirational. It was a great thing. You know, I learned a lot as well. So you know, it was a great show. I had a lot of fun. What I wanted to, over the course of this last week, over the weekend, I've entertained a few phone calls with some people who've reached out for help, and they're talking to me and they explain to me their situations and circumstances, and this basically is coming out of that, because I'm finding people when they're explaining, first thing, you know, I want to get their information. What's the details? What's the information that you have? What is it that you are struggling with? Where is it that you are having the most difficulty? And when they're talking to me, there's a lot of exterior reasons why people don't do what they do. But I want to ask you a question. Do you find yourself in a position where a lot of the time you start something and you don't complete it? Do you find yourself making a decision that I have to do this and get this done, but you find it doesn't actually get done? If you're in relationship marketing, do you find yourself sitting down with somebody and going through your whole deal and then just having them say, I don't have time? You know, that's a lot of us. And throughout the course of this week, I've had a phone call with quite a few people. Good morning, Donald. How are you? Thank you for joining. You know, I've had a few phone calls with some people who have spoken about the challenges that they're having just in their day-to-day life, but within their business as well. The thing that is really the heart of a lot of things that we do on a daily basis is time management. Now, I know that we've spoken about time management a lot, and people hear it all the time. Time management, you know, you gotta have time. But we always believe that we are busy. We always believe that we have no time. And it's each person, doesn't matter what they're doing, how much they have going on or how little they have going on, the perception inside their head is that I don't have any time because I am so busy doing what I'm doing. The reality is that is not true. That is not true. Because again, with these people who I was having this conversation with, when I actually got down to it and I asked, what are you doing? What do you do? Okay, so when do you sleep? When do you take your kids to their activities? You know, when are you at work? And we work that all out. And I find out there's certain necessity things, you know. You gotta go to work. You gotta come home and have dinner. You gotta prepare dinner. You gotta have dinner. Then sometimes you gotta take your kids to the activities. But then obviously you gotta sleep, so on and so forth. But during the weekday, there's a period of time that is there that really not much is going on. But then there's the weekends. Now, some people work in the weekends and they have weekdays off, so I understand that. But it's pretty much the same thing, that you have that time that's there, but you're not paying attention to it. It's not really time management, it's really attention management now, because we're bombarded by social media to such a degree. I mean, we have our cell phones attached to our hips all the time. So there's text messages, there's Facebook, there's Snapchat, there's Twitter, there's Instagram, there's all these social media things that we're connected to people that we believe that the time's being taken up, but really all it is our attention being redirected. And because we're always focused on those little snippets everywhere, we believe that our time is being taken up. We believe that we're so busy that we don't have any time to do anything else. Whereas when you come home from work, you're in the position that, yes, you've had a long day of work, dinner's been prepared, you've had to do the extracurricular activities with the kids, so on and so forth, but there's this period of time. Now, how do you gain time? Because look, if we talk about what is the most valuable commodity to us, it's not money. I think everybody would agree it's time, because realistically, you can make and lose money. The only thing you can really do with time is lose it, okay? You can only really ever lose time. You can't make more time, but you can lose and you can make more money, okay? So time is the most valuable commodity that you will never get back. So with that being said, if you're trying to achieve more time, you want to have more time. Now, if you perceive that you don't have time, then you definitely need more time. The reality is you do have time, because even if there's a 1 to 2 hour slot period of time, once everything's done with the kids and the time that you go to bed, there's a period of time. So what do you do with that? Most of us are sitting down in front of the TV being bombarded by stuff that really doesn't matter in the grand scale of things. Now, I know this TV show, look, I gotta be honest, I love movies. I love movies. I enjoy them so much, okay? And I'm not gonna stop watching movies. There's people say, turn your TV off, sell your TV, do this, do that. That's a little extreme, okay? For most of us, we could drop it down a good 90%, okay? Because just the sheer amount that we're watching it. But you know what? There's a TV show, watch the TV show. Record it, watch it at another time. But find some time for the things that are more important. Now we come to prioritizing. When you prioritize your time, you understand that there's two things going on here. There's productive stuff and there's non-productive stuff. What you have to look at is the thing that I'm putting my time and effort into being productive, and is it going to benefit me? Okay? If there's something that's still productive to you, but is not going to benefit you as much as something else, then you need to prioritize what it is you're going to do. Okay? Because most of us are wasting our time on things that are not productive at all and really don't benefit us. Yet we get into this loop cycle again of complaining about why we're not where we're at, because we have the external hope that something else is going to come into our lives and change it for us. When we understand that we're the ones who change everything, that life is in our hands, the actions are in our hands, and we understand that even if we have an hour of time, what can you do with that hour of time? Because if like, again, I'm going to bring this back to relationship marketing, but it could be a business, it could be a hobby that makes you money somehow. But if you want that time freedom, you have to create that time freedom. How do you create that time freedom? Is find out that little snippet of time and being the most productive that you can in it, okay? Being the most productive that you can within that period of time. That's some relationship marketing. You have a list, you have a contact list, you have people you want to follow up with, you have sample packs you want to get out, you reach out to people, or maybe on Facebook. Then what you're doing is that you use that hour of time to say, great, okay, I know I could sit down here because I've got work tomorrow. The focus is on, oh my gosh, I've got work the next day. And when you're thinking of that, you start grinding to a halt. You're like, I just want to sit here and do nothing. But if you want to get out of that situation, you've got to have something that you're doing in that period of time. So if you're like, okay, I don't like the feeling of me thinking I have to go to work the following day and it affecting today, or me just being like, oh, I've had a really long, hard day. I just want to watch TV or just get on Facebook or the internet or whatever and just waste my time doing anything. Think about it. Be aware. Use a period of that time to be like, what can I do now that will change my tomorrow? Okay? So, again, everybody has time. It's not time management, it's attention management, because everything sucks our attention too quickly and we become very reactive towards situations. So if something happens, we react to it and we change our focus from the path we're on. So instead of completing that task, we already have that squirrel moment and we move off to the next thing. Now we know that we're going to come back to that, but because it's taken us off the path and then something else catches our attention and then we move off that path and we keep on moving, that we get so far from the original thing that we were supposed to do that we're lost. Now generally on average, it takes roughly about 2 hours to get back, if at all, to get back to the original thing that we were supposed to do. So we become a nation or a generation of people who start things but never see it through. We never complete it. It never gets to the end because our attention's always being pulled away. So time management, everybody has time. Just be aware. Look at your days and be aware as you're going through the next few days throughout this week, and just think about your actions. When you finish work and you go home, think about what it is you're doing, okay? Think about what TV shows you're watching. Excuse me. Think about how often you're going on Facebook. But more importantly, what it is you're doing on Facebook. If you're just scrolling through news feeds because, 2-3 hours later, you're like, wow, I didn't even realize I'm still on this. Think about, be mindful, even if you want to, make a journal and just write that down, just so that you can prove to yourself and calculate the amount of time that you have been really wasting, that you haven't really been doing anything productive, okay? Now, I understand there has to be some unproductive time because you just want to sit down and relax. But think about the time that's being wasted. Now, if you're happy where you are, you have no issues. But if you're not really happy where you are and you feel an innate pull inside, you're like, there's more I should be doing. I'm not where I am. I'm not where I should be. And I thought I was going to be further this year than I was last year, but I'm not really moving anywhere. If you're unhappy with that, think about it and just make a little journal. Be mindful of the time that you're using and think about how much time in that day that you weren't really doing anything that was productive for you, that you weren't doing anything that was really worthwhile. And then when you put those hours together for the whole week and you stack it up, okay, see how many hours you're wasting away, that you could be doing something to change your life in a very, very powerful manner, okay? So when you look at that, you realize you do actually have time. And when you understand that for yourself first and foremost, you will understand that anybody who sits in front of you and says, I don't have time, is just under the impression, because everything to them is important. Everything to them is busy, okay? It's not really the case. It's only the fact that we're full, that our attention's being split into so many different places, which it doesn't really need to, that's not being productive. Okay, guys? So this is the word of today. Everybody has time. Be productive with your downtime if you're not happy with where you are. Think about what it is you can do to be changing tomorrow, today. Okay? So guys, thank you so much. My name is Brandon Vidalingam. I am your breakthrough partner. This has been Success Bites. Please go ahead. If there's somebody who've got some value from this, if you got some value from this, guys, please do me a favor. Please just like and comment on this feed here, just so that I know that you're getting some value and this is actually going somewhere. Okay, so let me know how this is affecting you. Let me know that you're getting some value. You can just even type value in there, so I know that you're one of the people getting some value. But there's somebody else within our group who, or within our Facebook groups or anything, that need this word today. So I'm going to encourage you to please, if you feel moved to, please go ahead and share this. Okay. There's somebody else out there who's looking for a nugget, who's looking for some information to help them in their life. So if it's helped you, then please share it and let somebody else hear this and let it benefit them. Let's pay it forward. Okay, guys? I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. As I say, there is no such thing as one day. Make today day one that you start taking action for your life. Okay? So guys, I wish you a wonderful, wonderful day. Do something today that makes your tomorrow amazing. Catch Michelle at 12 o'clock today, EST time. She'll be doing her training. She has an amazing training today. Also, I will see you tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. in the morning. Take care, guys. Stay blessed. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.